Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? It's time for another little chat. I just want to have a little chat with you. Have a little chat because this is getting me pissed off. Now, you've seen the title of this video already. You know what it's going to be about, or at least you have some assumption of it. So we're going to clear a couple bases first of all. I know that this video is probably going to come across Hasan Piker's dashboard at some point in time. If it does, Hasan, if you end up watching this on stream, this is a message directly to you. Hello, chat. Do whatever you want with the fucking pause button. Skip through it. Just show people like a clip or two, like a couple seconds. I'm not gonna have chapters. This is being done live. I'm trying to go off a really bare script, so please bear with me. I was gonna make this a whole breadtube video, blah blah blah, da 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 da. Second of all, yes, I am a fan of Hasan. That does not mean that I'm making this video in some attempt to assuage his ego. This is a problem that I've been watching going on because I've been content creating for 14, going on 15 years now. I am, in theory, the same age as said person that this main point or topic is about, but it really is about the person who made the video complaining about the entrance of or the emergence of React video content. And the reason why I feel like I need to speak on it is because I've literally watched every social media war exist, including ones that I've started by myself, because again, I was here at the beginning of all of this. You know, I was on E-Bomb's world and I was fucking 7. I don't know what you want from me. Eat me. Eat me! So I don't want to hear any criticism of this saying, oh, you're just trying to hype up his side and, you know, get mentioned by him. It just so happens that, and that's part of this discussion, that y'all be picking on bigger people. So now little people that want to talk about this have to use bigger people's name. Fuck your orbiting, fuck your rules. Anyway. This video is going to be the very easiest descriptor of how I can summarize and also respond to the situation. And if you're wondering why I'm choosing to respond in this light to this type of thing, it's just because that's what I do. Now that we're done with the intro, let's get to the meat and bones of this video. In defense of Hasan Piker, there are certain things that I need you to recognize about how YouTube, Twitch, and other social media sites work. And for this, I've taken off my headphones. I'm not paying attention to my chat. I'm literally going to talk off the top of the head with this bare bones script in front of me right here. So, and when I say bare bones, there's like 8 words on this page, and it's supposed to cover 20 minutes of talking. Imagine me. In this world that we live in, we live in a society. we live in the greatest society of all. I don't know why my Trump is coming out like half like Spanish, half like Italian, and then like some North. There's something. I smoke too much. I gotta take a smoke break. Anyway, in defense of Hasan Piker, there needs to be a recognition that there are a certain level of creators that are coming out now who literally live for drama. Now, this doesn't mean that the person who made the video about Hasan is living for drama. But when you ask questions about why certain conversations happen on the internet, it generally boils down to one of two things. There is a legitimate gripe that needs more than just the 2 creators going head to head in order to solve, i.e. a copyright dispute given by some other company on behalf of this person when this person doesn't even give a shit about what the other person does with it, or you're drama baiting. Why is it like that? Because we live in a day and age where content creators do not need to make content in order to address certain situations that they have with people. They could just pull up. They could just DM. They could just email. They could do more work to find out how to contact somebody than it would take to make an entire video to get their attention. Why would you make a video or a piece of content to get somebody's attention unless you were either one, had a legitimate gripe that had more to do with the circumstances around which you probably need more mediators than just the other content creator to stop or do something about it? Just like when I got struck down by YouTube and a friend of mine retweeted it with his large audience, and that helped me get visibility, or you're drama baiting. In this world of what we consider to be content creation, we have accidentally blurred that. Yeah. I was gonna make a really dirty joke. I'm not gonna be able to do it because I can't find the right word to fit that wasn't just like splurge. We've kind of spread that word content creation across way too many generations. You are an artist. if somebody calls you a content creator, please punch them in the face. You are an artist. What every streamer does on this website of Twitch, they are artists. Whether they stream once and never stream again, whether they never stream in the first place, but they sit there and take their time to design their stream and then they get just too anxious to start it themselves, they are still an artist. It is undignified. Sorry, this is what I mean about not having a script. Like, it's hard to figure out the words. You are removing the dignity of art by simply lumping all these people in to this Netflix era style of we have to produce things in order for you to like us. And the difference between the creators of 2008 on YouTube and the creators of 2021 is that we've been through this already. This is a cycle. You are not saying anything new. You are not presenting a new argument when you say, how dare a streamer just play your YouTube video to entertain their audience while they go and fuck off someplace that we were there before there was a thing called live streams. I was on Justin TV. I was had to have been one of the first 1,000 people to use that website. And that website right now is known as twitch.tv. You are young to this process. You are young in age. You probably don't understand when somebody says to you, I'm going to do what the fuck I want. It's because it doesn't matter which direction we pick. We can assuage your ego, your problem, by doing the thing that you want us to do. But then there's a problem anyway, because then something else comes up and then somebody else says something. And I'm just going to do it. If you have a problem with it, you find me. Why should I have to spend my time when we all do this to survive? Which brings me to point number 2. Now that we've addressed why the dynamic exists between Hasan Piker and this YouTuber who's complaining, we need to now we need to generalize this conversation into a digestible medium. In 2008, there was a YouTuber. No, I'm sorry. In 2006, there was a YouTuber by the name of Philip DeFranco. And Philip DeFranco was not the titan that you think he is. He wasn't all that back then. But that brings up, well, what was he? And why bring up his name? And between 2007 and 2010, the vlog style of YouTube videos, along with creative shorts, sometimes short films, there was nothing really major happening on YouTube to the form of going viral felt like something special. Now, 1 million views are kind of expected on certain videos and certain channels, but before that, 1 million was insane. 10,000 was insane. You weren't around for the rating system of YouTube. Oh my God. Oh my God. Good luck getting 5 stars when your ex-girlfriend hates you, so she 1 stars everything, dropping your average super hard down. Philip DeFranco had an edgy kind of white guy. I'm talking about the news and being a little bit misogynistic. He was young. We all were. And that was kind of the thing to do. There was a culture around what type of videos you made, and if ever, would you ever cross paths with another YouTuber? The content was built to be original because there was no platform to do this that was as large as YouTube in the time. And the one person, and you can talk about Ryan Higa, you can talk about the Storm Power in the future, you could talk about Hot Damn I Rock, you could talk about Machinima, you could talk about the Idiots of Gary's Mod, you could go back and we could start looking at selectional points of every big YouTuber that was making their names out there. There was one person who evolved and didn't die. And that was Philip. Philip DeFranco, Philly D, found out that it was better to learn from what you were experiencing and receiving as feedback and then adapt. And he became a news titan, being able to be way more impartial, being able to be way more nuanced, to be able to speed his way through those takes and this, that, and set up light. It used to be him in a room. I swear to you, it used to be him in a room. I remember before the monkey. I remember when he got the monkey. Intros on YouTube weren't like a real big thing. It was kind of like you just do the video, upload it. And the people who put in work were always appreciated because nobody expected the randomest, smallest person to do that. But now you do. Because this era of YouTube, this era of content creators, doesn't have the pain of inaccessibility that we had. Now, I know this sounds like old man screams at cloud, but there's also a work ethic that changes. TikTok has all the tools for you within there. When I was growing up and YouTube was a thing, these phones didn't fucking exist the way they do now. Editing machines didn't exist the way they do now. I was on Sony Vegas. There was a barrier for entry. And if you weren't willing to pirate shit, you probably weren't getting far because you didn't even know what to go look for. But now the accessibility door is lower. The accessibility door is more open. So there's more competition. So now by nature, content creation has become, third point, by nature, content creation has become a competition whether you want it to be or not. And yeah, this might go a little bit meta existential, but like in Hasan's case, he doesn't have to stream as long as he does. He has cultivated a community in which when he presents things to them, he's generally either in agreement or will explain his disagreement with said content that he is viewing. He is a curator. There are a lot of curators. There are a lot of people who will sit there and curate videos for an audience to watch. That is something that you have to deal with. You could have, in this situation, said, if I notice a massive spike in my views, and I know that it's coming from a specific large content creator that's watching my video, YouTube needs to give me $3 extra for every 1,000 views when it comes time for monetization. Boom, there, solution solved. Wow, look at that. You get paid extra when people click on your videos. I don't lose anything. You gain something. Wow. But you directed your pain towards this larger group of people not being able to adapt. Oh, you thought I wasn't going to reconnect while I was talking about Philly D and the whole point, right? You can now adapt, and you don't have the speed to, because you know the window is as closed as I do. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You know as well as I do how closed that window is. And you live on this. And you live on this. Creators like me, yeah, I've been in the game a long time, but I didn't have real traction. I got it once or twice and I never capitalized on it because ADHD, depression, college, all that shit, I didn't know what the fuck to do, and YouTube was not a viable career back then. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. You had to be really good. You had to be series, episodes. You had to be there. But now we're here. In this new world, thank you for finally, Marquise, explaining to people why you said in the beginning, a new world. In the new world, there are different types of creators that will naturally come in clash with what you are expecting creators to be, because you haven't been in this space long enough. You've just been watching people do it. I'm 17 now. Congratulations. Yeah. Welcome to the party, pal. There's my Die Hard reference for all you 90s action flick people. What you fear is not views getting taken away from your channel that could lead to long-time subscribers. Part 4 of this is now me addressing this situation specifically about Twitch itself. It's users, it's community versus YouTube. Yo, YouTube is becoming a dead medium. Live streaming is the way to go. I'm just being honest with you. And the reason why YouTube is dying is a video that I will make way, way, way further in the future. But it still remains the top tier place to release big things on. Projects that you spent time going on. It makes sense that that space is starting to like cultivate into video essays. Everybody's spending 30 minutes talking about a topic. It's either that or comedy and shorts. You either get super long form or super short. That middle ground is getting lost, and that's what your problem is. If you are a YouTuber that ever complains about this, we're looking at you, Dark Viper, then your issue isn't the theft of work that is existing within your network. What you're mad about is that a person played your video to entertain their audience and didn't thank you for it. You feel disrespected. There isn't a moral clause here. There isn't any like reasonable attack from a numbers and logic perspective, which Moist Critical, as you guys know, Charlie already covered that in way bigger detail than I'll be doing it during this episode. What actually is happening is that you feel disrespected that somebody with an audience, even in theory bigger than yours, got to just grab your shit, say, hey, take a look at this. Ain't had to do nothing and probably made more bank than you. You mad at the system, not the person. Well, sorry, Twitch is here to stay and you're just going to have to get used to it. Now, when I say get used to it, do I mean that you don't have a legitimate gripe? Maybe I should have said that in the beginning. You do have a legitimate gripe. I'm very sorry if that came off, this entire thing came off as though you didn't have a legitimate gripe. That's something that I should have clarified. I kind of forgot about that. Didn't write that in the script. My bad. You do have a legitimate gripe. You do have an actual point. However, this point is being brought up under the guise that it actually has weight. It doesn't. Congratulations. Twitch streamers like to watch YouTube with their audience. Watch party. Don't like it? Eventually, YouTube's going to disable Twitch streamers from being able to use YouTube while OBS is active. Like, you're going to just end up being the people that start that type of conversation. And like I said, I've been there already. We had this whole React Arc meta thing where people were just re-uploading other people's videos with their face in the corner, not saying much. Like, we've been there and we solved that because it was between a community to solve that. You're asking another community in your video, you especially said, well, it's okay if Hasan just apologizes, but then he just keeps doing it. Okay. Keep going after Hasan. Great that you never mentioned like the one viewer Andes who are probably only able to get the viewers that they get because they're finding videos that are actually pretty cool and they want to show them with their audience and then discuss them. What if I let your video play out in entirety and then add a 30-minute discussion about it? What if I have a chat full of people who think I'm a Nazi and I'm actually trying to de-radicalize them? You only care because it's your product. You don't give a shit about anybody else's product. And Dark Viper, man, you make great GTA content. Stick in that realm. Please stick in that realm. Please stick in that realm. I've been a fan of yours for years. Don't do this. Don't do this whole Hasan couldn't fill up 30 minutes of airtime. Don't do this. He wasn't always a streamer. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know that. You know in good faith he wasn't always a streamer. Like, what do you want him to do? Go back to video essays? Like, what do you want? Twitch to be you want Twitch to be radio? Is that what we're eventually asking for? Twitch should just be radio? Whenever I look at an argument, I always ask myself, even if the point is valid, what is the goal you are trying to achieve? I can't figure out your goal. Because I would love to have 30,000 people sitting here in my chat, flooding it, Bro, you always pick the best videos. Oh, I checked out more of those guys' videos, and it's on you. The onus is on you to retain them after I introduce them to you. The same way that I have to continue to try to prove my Black identity on this goddamn website, where I have to be super exciting, I can't be vulnerable. I can't have emotions. I can't make this video without having emotions, even though clearly I do. It's personal for me because I watched motherfuckers go through it already. I watch people go nuts over this shit. People quitting YouTube. I'm moving over here. There was barely any alternatives. Why don't you focus on your community and all the hate that gets spread around that makes people like Jenna Marbles quit? How about you focus on that for once? Have you tried that? Have you tried not noticing? Have you tried like pretending that yet YouTube is a cesspool of a direct split between the way people behave and the way people should? At least on Twitch, I can clap motherfuckers. Like, motherfuckers get to comment shit before I even get a chance to know what's going on. I'm here reading down, wow, that paradigm sure is one talkity. YouTube let that comment go by. Oh, you thought I was being sarcastic. You care because you feel disrespected, and you couldn't pull up and say, yo, Hasan, what's up? I don't appreciate you playing my video without really adding anything to it. Oh, my fucking bad. I'm sorry that I chose your video out of the millions that exist on YouTube to play to my audience because I thought it was fucking cool, and my friends covered it, and my other friends covered it. So I thought, why don't we watch the original video and see what the actual person themselves said, and maybe out of those 40,000 people, maybe 5,000 of them decide, let me go check out another video. If you don't notice a bump after that, it's because you suck. Jesus Christ, man. I tell people in my chat all the time, I'm not holding you here. I do not want to be one of the motherfuckers that sit on this internet and not grow organically. What you see is what you get. It's never changing. Y'all, however, have to learn to change. You YouTubers in this new generation gotta learn that this shit ain't roses and butterflies. And that's why I brought up the barrier of entry, because it's so easy that you forget that there are other people on the side of it. You think Hasan isn't worried about numbers? Point number 5, the conclusion. You think Hasan isn't worried about numbers? You don't think he's a human being because, you know, he's buying the house, he's buying the car. He's doing that to drive controversy because it's funny. Because even when he doesn't promote the shit that he does, it ends up being a problem. So he might as well act like the motherfucker. But you act like he don't be sitting there worried about his view count? I just said out loud, I would love to have 30,000 people here. If I had 30,000 people every single fucking day, 30,000 people, and one day it just went down to 7,000, you don't think that would affect me even though I'm still sitting in the like 1% of Twitch? The 0.1% of Twitch? Oh, you forgot because he's so big and massive. You don't think he got feelings. You forgot that us as Twitch creators, we got emotions, and we don't get time to sit in between takes of the camera going on and off to be able to say, damn, I don't feel like finishing this video today. Let me wake up tomorrow and do it. Nope, we got to perform for our audience live. And we have to be here long enough to get more people to get attracted to it. So the next time I get on the stream, they say, oh, I'm checking out that guy. You don't think Hasan worries about that? You don't think XQC worries about that? You don't think Nick Merckx worries about that? Soda Poppin'? Valkyrie? Pokimane? But it's funny how intersectional all these problems become, right? Because the controversies surrounding all these people are different. Yet they all seem to contain people who, for some reason, because of their fame, we've agreed are infallible. They're not vulnerable. They're just looking down at us. They're the 1%. They're the... I'm going to end it like this. Shut the fuck up. Make better videos. I'm the king of Twitch. Let them know.